Hey guys, my name is Chantel. Welcome back to my channel and thanks for hanging out with me today. Today we are going to talk about episodes 6 and 7 of Sasaki and Miyano. I'm sorry, it's another 2-in-1, but let's just get started right to it. Let's start off with episode 6, and if you guys don't want to hear my thoughts on episode 6 and just want to hear episode 7, then please skip to the time that is on the screen. Without further ado, let's get this rolling. So basically this whole episode continues on with Miyano still thinking about Sasaki's confession and how he doesn't want to reject him because he's a guy. And he also starts to question what it means to like someone. And this is something that he keeps asking himself and is going to keep asking himself in the next couple of episodes. He's just going in circles and trying to figure out his feelings, trying to sort everything out, and is just coming up with more questions than answers. And this is definitely just a confusing time for Miyano, and he's also at the same time realizing how much Sasaki really cares for and is in love with Miyano, and he's starting to see that and notice that. But at this point, Miyano just doesn't know what to do or what to make of all of this at the moment. And while he's still thinking about all this, his friend Kurosawa actually reminds him that Sasaki's birthday is coming up and if Miyano's gonna give him anything, which then leads to Miyano wondering if it's okay to give Sasaki something for his birthday, especially because he's still trying to consider his feelings and is thinking about the confession and everything. He just doesn't, with Miyano and the way that he's responding, to me, it just goes to show me that Miyano doesn't want to send the wrong message to Sasaki or give him any hope that there's a chance that, yes, he will accept his feelings or, when there's a chance he could reject him. So I'm sure he doesn't want to do that, but he also wants to thank him for everything that he's done for Miyano. So he's considering, whether or not he should give him a gift. And as he's wondering this, Miyano's friend actually gives him a little bit of an idea of what to give him for his birthday, and that is this little candy. And Miyano instantly recognizes this candy that Sasaki, likes to eat or he eats often. And I think it's so cute because it's these little tiny things that other people would probably not notice. Miyano noticing, he's like, oh, that's the lollipop that Sasaki always eats. Not sure if he really likes them, but that's the kind of brand that he always eats. So I'm assuming he likes them, which to me just goes to show you that even though Miyano doesn't have feelings for Sasaki, or doesn't realize is a better term to say, or better yet, he doesn't realize his feelings for Sasaki yet. He's noticing all these little things about Sasaki, and he remembers these things. And again, this is also, from what I remember, Sasaki had mentioned was one of the reasons why he fell in love with Miyano was that he remembers a lot of the things that he says. And I think that's really cute because, when you really care about someone and when you're in love with someone or have a crush on someone, you tend to remember the small little details and everything. And in this case, with Sasaki, it means a lot to him. And I think that's really sweet and cute. These two are just so cute and wholesome, you guys. I just cannot. They're just so adorable. I wish my relationship was like that. Anyway, the day of Sasaki's birthday, Miyano does end up giving him the lollipop. And I love just how awkward and blushy he is about it. He's just like, here, you can have it, eat it when you're on your study break or something, happy birthday. And it's so cute because Sasaki's like, wait, but I thought you didn't like sweet things. And that's when Miyano's like, well, consider it a birthday gift. And I was just like, oh my gosh, they're so cute. And Sasaki's face is so priceless, you guys. I cannot. They are just so cute. And then Miyano's reaction afterwards, it's so good. So stinking cute. Which, as Miyano is blushy and all this and he's looking at Sasaki, he thinks about Kurosawa's words when he was gushing about his girlfriend, how when he first saw her smiling, he fell for her and how she was really cute. And then Miyano's like, wait a minute, did I just think of Sasaki as cute? No. He's cool and I admire him. And I'm just like, boy, just admit it. You found him cute right there. Like, he's so cute. Like, Miyano is in denial, but I mean, to be fair, he is still trying to figure out his feelings and what these mean. He's definitely trying to be careful and very, very much considerate of Sasaki's feelings. He definitely wants to make sure that he does have feelings for him before, he thinks that he's cute and things like this, But this is also like the first time Miyano's experiencing something like this as well. Anywho, so Sasaki does end up eating the lollipop on the train, and I love that he says that he's ready for the tests. And we skip forward to a little bit, and Sasaki says that he felt like he did good on his tests and everything, and he was able to remember everything that Hirano was able to help him with his studies and stuff. And then we see him that he kept the wrapper from the lollipop that Miyano gave him, and I just lost it. It is so cute. I know it's just a small little thing, but the fact that he kept it, and you can just, that it meant a lot to Sasaki, and I think it's so sweet, you guys. Why are they so cute? Anyway, moving on to the next thing I want to talk about is when Miyano and Sasaki start to think back to when they first met, and Miyano notices the look that Sasaki had as he's thinking about that event and just the time that they spent together. And this gives Miyano this feeling of, I need to give him an answer soon, because he's realizing Sasaki is serious and he really likes me. I really, really feel like I need to answer him soon. And I feel like Miyano came to this conclusion because he probably feels like it's unfair that he's dragging him this long, especially now noticing just how in love he is with him and how he cares for him and everything. He just probably feels bad, like he hasn't given him an answer. Funny enough, the next scene that ends up happening is the umbrella scene, you guys. The umbrella scene is so cute, and I love that it circles back to when they first met, and it's just, y'all, I can't. I was squealing so much when I saw this, and just seeing it happen again is so cute, but this time it's Sasaki that has the umbrella, not Miyano, and I think it's so cute. And as they share the umbrella, they're just walking to the train station together, and they're just talking normally, there's no BL or manga talk, they're just talking about normal things. As they're talking about this leads to Miyano ask hey, do you like guys? And Sasaki's no, not that I know of. And Miyano's but you like me. And Sasaki replies yeah, I know it's kind of weird, but it just kind of happened, which is fair. When you like someone, you just can't help but, it just happens. When you like someone, it just kind of happens. Sometimes there's no explanation needed. Love does not focus on any gender. It just happens. And I love that how, while Sasaki is spilling his feelings and everything, and so is Miyano, we get to see the umbrella. The umbrella, the water is coming down, and you see this puddle getting bigger and bigger, which I think is such a nice touch to the scene, because I feel that symbolizes just them spilling their feelings and letting their emotions out, and I just think it's such a nice touch. Nice little symbolism, imagery there. I'm a sucker for good imagery and stuff, But anyway, so as Sasaki is explaining himself and says, how whenever he's around Miyano, he can't help but feel that way. And he tells him, thank you so much for, really considering my feelings and really thinking about this. And this leads to Miyano being he's awkwardly speaking up and he wants to say something, but it's not coming out right. And we hear this a lot with Miyano where he's no, that's not what I want to say. And, he's saying something else, it's contradiction with his feelings on the inside and what he's saying actually. I feel that also represents just Miyano's feelings being kind of jumbled right now, not knowing what to do, how he really feels and stuff. He's still trying to figure things out, but at the same time I feel he just wants to reassure Sasaki and tells him I really do care for you and stuff. And Miyano, this whole time, he is just being completely honest and open with Sasaki and is just pouring out his feelings and saying how, he doesn't know how to think about this and how he thinks of Sasaki as a cool person and how, he's told him multiple times he's not looking for a BL thing and, all these sorts of things. He's just going on and just pouring his feelings out. And he tells him, there's probably more to my feelings and how it's going to take him a little bit longer to think about it. And this just, oh my gosh, when Miyano says all this, Sasaki's face is priceless, y'all. He is just so blown away by Miyano's sincerity and just how much he's, how much he cares for Sasaki and how much he's really thinking about this a lot. And it just makes him happy. And it's just, oh, like, you guys, I cannot with these two. Like, they care so much for each other despite, like, the confession and everything. Like, nothing's awkward, everything's still fine between them, and like, they're just so cute and wholesome. And then, like I said, Sasaki's very respectful of Miyano's boundaries and he doesn't want to overstep and everything. And then we also get to see this other side of Miyano where he's trying to be really, really considerate of Sasaki's feelings, and he wants to give him an answer. Obviously, like, we can see that, like, he wants to give him an answer soon, but he just can't. He's still trying to figure out his own feelings at the moment. And I just think it's nice. Like, their relationship is so wholesome and healthy. And it's one of the reasons why I love this series, you guys. Like, it's just, I love it. I love it so much. Alrighty, now that I'm done talking about episode 6, let's go ahead and dive into episode 7. So, episode 7, we get to see that the cultural festival. So episode 7, we start off with the cultural festival, getting all the details sorted out and stuff like that. So everyone's getting ready for it. And Miyano's class decided to have Miyano and Kurosawa cross-dress. And at first Miyano is like, no, I don't want to do that. Maybe somebody else should do it. But with the support of Miyano's friends, he was like, okay, I'll do it, as long as it's nothing too girly. Which this leads into a conversation between Hirano and the chairman, which I don't know his name, I honestly forgot. But they basically talked to Miyano about this whole situation, and the chairman is the one that asked, and he's like, wait, but I thought you didn't like looking like a girl. What changed your mind? And that's when Miyano says, I guess it was okay with me because my friends were gonna help and support me, but also, and that's when he thinks of Sasaki's words and he gets all blushy and embarrassed. I'm like, oh, you're so cute. But I love that now it looks like Miyano is slowly putting this whole, his face looks feminine behind him, which really shows just how much Miyano has been growing and how much has changed over the years and how he thinks about it now. And it's all thanks to Sasaki. Sasaki is changing Miyano little by little, which, sometimes when you really love someone or care for someone, they start to influence you and you start to change for the better, And I also do like that Miyano does say in this episode how he wonders why it doesn't bug him as much as it used to. And we get to see that throughout the whole episode. He kind of thinks about this a lot. Anywho, the next thing I do want to talk about is when Miyano and Sasaki walk to the station. So they're just having a casual conversation like they've always been. And while Sasaki goes to get a drink, Miyano ends up running into his old crush. So we finally get to see the mystery crush that we've been hearing a lot about in these couple of episodes that Miyano liked in his middle school days. And she is also the reason why Miyano was really crushed about the whole feminine thing. Because at the time, as Miyano was saying, a couple episodes ago and this week, how people kept mentioning that to him and it started to bug him, and then hearing his crush say this was pretty much the last straw. Even though he did understand that these people didn't have, wrong intentions, he still couldn't help but feel upset about this. But anyway, this whole conversation that Miyano has with the girl that he used to like was really nice, and I love that it basically gives Miyano closure from his past with him and his feminine looking face and or features, as well as, whether or not he still liked this girl. And as he's talking to her, he realizes that he doesn't really feel awkward around her. They're just casually talking and everything, especially after everything that happened. And he also does learn that the whole her asking him to dress up in girls' clothes was a misunderstanding. She didn't say that because, he looked feminine or, anything like that, or to tease him. She just wanted to see him wear clothes so he could model for like a painting for her. It's just interesting because you see like how the way that the girl said it, honestly, like I would think the same thing as Miyano. But then hearing her be like, oh, like, can you please model for me? Because she was trying to get him to model for him even now. And Miyano was like, no. And that's when she says, ah, dang, twice in a row. And that's when Miyano was like, wait, what do you mean by that? And she explains, yeah, it was that time when I asked you to dress up in girls' clothing. Miyano seems relieved to hear this, and it makes him feel a little bit better. But I think Miyano was able to feel this way now is all thanks to Sasaki. And I think that's just so cute, man. And speaking of Sasaki, so when the girl and Miyano were going to compare hands, Sasaki comes right in and pulls Miyano away, and he's like, no. And they just go away. And what I love is that as he's pulling Miyano away, the whole scene becomes a little bit blurry. And I feel like that imagery represents how Sasaki's feeling. You know, he's not really looking at the full picture. He only sees one thing. And he just is focused on getting Miyano away from that situation because he doesn't want to see it. But man, Jealous Sasaki is so good. I love it so much, you guys. And I do love the conversation that Miyano and Sasaki end up having afterwards. So Sasaki ends up asking, you know, if that was the girl that he liked. And Miyano basically tells him, yeah, it was, but I don't like her anymore. And this ends up making Sasaki feel better. He feels a lot more relieved to hear that. And he ends up apologizing and, you know, for being a little rough there. And Miyano's like, no, don't worry. Like, this is nothing. And I love that Sasaki's like, no, it's not nothing. I just don't want to be rough with the guy I like, with the person that I like. Gender doesn't matter. I'm like, oh, so cute. Like, that would make anyone fall for Sasaki, honestly. Like, that was smooth, and it just, oh, but you can tell, like, how much he loves Miyano, and it's just, and then Miyano's reaction, him being all blushy, not knowing how to react or what to say, like, oh, these two are so precious. And Sasaki was gonna say something, but the freaking kids that walked past by interrupted that, and I'm just like, oh, why? Why? The next thing that I do want to talk about is with Sasaki thinking about what had happened. So Sasaki seems to be still a little bit upset about what happened, and you know, he is happy to hear that Miyano no longer has a crush on this girl, but he also thinks, but what if she has a crush on him? I don't like that. And I'm just like, oh, Sasaki. But I'm like, you know, someone looking into this, I'm like, you have nothing to worry about, my dude. You have nothing to worry about. Because it's obvious that the girl doesn't see Miyano that way, based on her interactions with Miyano. But yeah, obviously, but you know, Sasaki doesn't know that. And I do love the conversation that they have between Kurosawa and Sasaki. Like, they end up talking and have like a conversation and stuff, which during this whole conversation, we learned that Sasaki's family owns a bakery. And I love that Kurosawa, which is Miyano's friend, is like, I wonder if Miyano knows about this. Which I think is so funny to me. I love that, you know, Miyano's friends are very supportive, but also I feel like his friends have like an inkling like, oh, maybe there might be something more there, but obviously they're not gonna pry, but who knows. But thanks to this interaction, it does give Sasaki time to wake up early and go to school and be able to see Miyano in the morning. So these two end up listening to music together, and it's just so adorable, you guys. Just seeing them just have a conversation and talk about music and manga, it's just so wholesome and so cute. Like, both of them are just so happy and excited. It's just, I love them so much. They're just so precious. And the last thing I do want to talk about regarding this week's episode, when Miyano lets Sasaki know about, like, hey, like, there's this new BL volume that just came out. Let's go and get it. And funny enough, Sasaki's like, oh yeah, about that. I actually ended up buying it because I couldn't wait any longer and I saw it and I just went for it. And this makes Miyano so happy and he's so surprised. And it's just, you guys, it's so cute because this obviously meant a lot to Miyano, and Sasaki had no idea this was going to mean a lot to Miyano. But by seeing his reaction and how happy he was, like, Sasaki was just down bad after that. He was just like, oh my god. Like, they're just so cute. But I love that because this goes to show you that Sasaki isn't just doing it for Miyano. Like, he actually does have an interest now in this. And I just love that he has an interest in something that really means a lot to the person that he likes. And it's just, it's a wonderful feeling when you get, like, your crush or someone that you love into something that you like, or that's your hobby, and they enjoy it too. Like, it's such a special feeling. So it just makes me happy to see these two, like, this. It's just so cute, you guys. So cute. But anyways, that is all my thoughts for this week's episode of Sasaki and Miyano. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing everything that I had to say. And without further ado, I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy out there. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!